Welcome, my conscious family. In today's message, I'm hearing change is supposed to feel uncomfortable. If you're comfortable, that means that you're not actually changing. You are a weirdo. You're here to change, you're here to evolve, you're here to be different than others. Every single person who is here on my channel is the black sheep of the family or was someone who is a weirdo, someone who is here to evolve, who is here to change, to influence themselves and influence others. And when it comes to change, we often forget that change does feel uncomfortable. When you're doing something new, when you are shifting into the new identity and healing, you should not be happy. I mean, you should be happy that you're doing that, but it will feel weird. It will feel uncertain. And there is a science behind this. So this morning I had a group call, a group session with my clients from Serbia. And I was actually teaching and talking about this. And that is how we can calm our nervous system, how we can heal, how we can stay unbothered in the times of uncertainty, which, to be completely honest, I feel like every single time is a time of uncertainty. No matter how much you try to control, how much you try to predict the future, you're never going to know. And there is this misconception that going with the flow actually means letting go of everything, not having any vision, any goals, and just going with the flow. But for me, going with the flow actually means that yes, you do have a vision, you do have goals, but you are so strong and you have this high skill, which for me, I would like to help you today to realize that this is the best skill you can have. And that is to jump so fast after something bad happened to you, to be able to get back to yourself faster. And why I say the change is uncomfortable is because if you are used to being stressed, if you're used to running around, being stressed, always drama, always suffering, always so many things, so many problems in your life, your nervous system is literally wired for this. And your body is like a factory. And you produce, when you're stressed, you produce cortisol and adrenaline. And you can literally become addicted to adrenaline and cortisol, which means that even if you are resting, even if you take a time off, your body will still be stressed. That's the proof for that is when you are, for example, working a lot and then you go on a vacation or you have a weekend off and you can't seem to relax. You can't. You're just thinking, overthinking, worrying about so many things. And it can even be more stressful to then be on a vacation because you're not used to it. And that's why I said change feels uncomfortable because this is a change for you. It's a change to relax, to enjoy, to be free, to completely let go, and to be present in the now. I was someone who was really stressed. People saw me as someone so nervous, so stressed, troublesome, drama queen, emotional, high reactional, you name it. You name it. Everything was triggering. I was always so much stressed. And I remember a few years ago in 2022 when I started to work on myself more and more, and I moved away from my mom. I was living with my mom. I moved away to live alone. And that's when I was really meeting myself. Who is Irena for the first time without anyone else around? And I remember that whenever I was watching a movie or anything, to be able to relax after my work day, I was always like tapping, like this tapping, and I was always nervous doing something with my hands. And I wasn't really able to completely relax, to let go. I was drinking alcohol and just trying to relax. And it was very uncomfortable. And I'm not saying use alcohol because it doesn't help. It's actually high blood pressure. But what I'm trying to say is that this feeling is very familiar. And every cell of my body was telling me, go back to where you were. It was really hard to shift my identity and to become a calm person, someone who lets go, someone who doesn't react, someone who can pretty fast come back to default position. And the default position now is the calmness that I'm talking about. Life is uncertain, and we will always have so many things that we didn't plan. And it's not about the things that are happening, but it's about to becoming a person that doesn't get phased that easily. And before I was teaching people about manifestation, manifest a new job, a new car, and that's all great. I believe in manifestation. I believe in law of attraction. I believe in law of energy and everything that I teach. But honestly, the more I realize, the more I learn, the more I realize that the teachings and the learning of the nervous system and how our body and mind is connected and how it actually works is going to be the most beneficial thing you can learn in your life. There is so many knowledge here on YouTube and so many books to understand that it's not your fault that you feel stressed, but the society is teaching you, we are being programmed to be stressed. And I like to mention the society because you need to have awareness. We should all have awareness that we are literally bombarded from media, from food, from water, from air, all the time, from music and movies, and all the time. That stress is somehow, the more you are stressed, the more high value person you are. If you're someone who is chill, who just says, yeah, whatever, I missed my flight. Next time I'll do better. Let me see what I can do. Let me see who I can call to borrow me money, or if I can, find a solution. And I'm not saying to be irresponsible, but sometimes things happen out of our control. We do the responsible thing, but it just happens. You book a meeting or you want to have a workshop. Of course, now I'm mentioning some examples of my own. And then on the day of the workshop, your mother calls you and your grandma died and you just can't have the workshop anymore. These things happen. And if you're gonna have you're gonna be, this is actually the big example, but even the smallest example happened. If you're gonna be stressed all the time, then it's just you're teaching your body to produce more adrenaline and cortisol, and you're getting addicted. It's becoming a habit. Then even if you go on a vacation to Bahamas, Dominican Republic, or whatever, Bali, you're not going to be able to enjoy life. You're not going to be able to be present. So it's literally like an addictive person. I need to, calm myself down in those situations, and then slowly, my body is not addicted to cortisol, adrenaline. My brain is not psychologically addicted to these high levels of excitement, which stress also feels like. I don't need to feel like that anymore because I'm not addicted to that. It's literally a habit. And why change feels uncomfortable? It's because when you're telling yourself to relax in those moments when you learned to be stressed and to worry, it feels uncomfortable. But it doesn't mean that then you should get up and find another stress and stress yourself out, but to actually stay in the present moment and through breath work, somatic movement, yoga, or just conversation in your head, telling yourself, I am safe. There is no place to be now. There is nothing I need to do now. I am safe in this present moment right now. And telling yourself that slowly, maybe not the first time, but the second time, the third, the fifth time, the 10th time you relax and you don't stress, you will see how you will not stress anymore, because you will teach your mind and your body to this presence of calmness, and it will become your second nature. And this is very connected to manifestation, because we don't manifest things, situations, and people that we are afraid to have them in our life. And the fear is the emotion which is stuck in your nervous system. So the more you relax and you feel in order to heal, and you release and you let yourself be, you're opening space for every single thing that you want. So maybe this is actually one of the biggest things in spiritual world when it comes to manifestation, is that to have space in your nervous system to hold whatever it is that you want. So whenever you're changing something, it should feel uncomfortable, but staying in the discomfort will then lead to comfort. And I want you to take this moment right now and write down in the comments: staying in the discomfort will lead me to comfort. And there will be many discomfortable situations, uncomfortable situations, because people are, they learned you to be someone stressed, someone nervous. And when they see you being so chilled, they are going to be like, why are you so irresponsible? Why are you so lazy? You should be worrying about it. That's really scary. And there will be outside influences trying to pull you back in. But you need to stay stronger than that, because that's just how society is being programmed. That's not how you came to this earth to stay programmed. You came here to actually release this. And you came here to influence not only yourself, but to influence others. And you can't influence others if you don't influence yourself first. So stop the video right now, set an intention that you will commit to this, what I'm sharing right now, and write that comment down. Set an intention outside to the universe, to God, that you're going to be now a master of your energy, a master of yourself. Someone who knows the discomfort doesn't mean you should go back to the old self, but it just means that you're outgrowing the old self that wasn't maybe, that was useful at the times, but it's not useful anymore. And this is so powerful. I am telling you, you will heal yourself literally if you do this. One more thing I want to mention is the perfectionism that society is teaching us. We should be perfect daughters, perfect wives, perfect mothers, perfect everything. Go to the gym, eat healthy, be amazing business owners, have so much money, have savings, invest in ourselves, work on the new ventures, volunteer, help the minorities. And this is insanity. The people who are weird, such as yourself and myself, we are actually the sane ones. And the ones who are like robots, stressed, believing all these illusions that society teaches you, they are the insane ones, even though they are the majority. To be honest with you, to be completely honest with you, I'm going to share my truth no matter what happens. I don't care. I'm going to share my truth. Perfectionism is the sickness of the society. It is not possible to be perfect. You cannot do all those things. So going with the flow means, yes, I have the discipline, I have the structure. But if I know myself and I know that this week I'm super busy at work, am I really going to be booking those family dinners and booking spas and booking, I don't know, so many other hobbies? No, I'm gonna know, Irena, and this is your call for today. Know thyself, know yourself. When you know yourself, then you know, okay, I can do 3 meetings, 4 meetings, but I can't really have dinner with friends and then meet with my sister and then go to the gym as well. Something has to suffer, quote unquote. And I'm not going to be perfect that day, but I'm going to stay true to myself, because my peace, your peace, is the most important thing in this world that no one can take away from you. Okay, family, I need to go now, but write down in the comments how this was helpful. If you want to work with me, all the links are below in the description box. Like the video, subscribe to my channel. These are free videos, free informations and messages I share with you with my whole heart, and it does help me a lot to continue to do so. So thank you for being here, and stay conscious and remember to have fun, of course.